Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Well, let's check it out. Let's see what I have for you right now. If you like those weird looking vehicles that you look at them and you say, you know what? Maybe you're so ugly that you're pretty. And it happens quite a lot. Let me tell you, there's some cars that you look at them and you kind of figure out you're not sure if you like them because they are so weird that it kind of brings your attention, or you just like them because they're different. I think it's a little bit of both. But you know what? In my books, as you know me already, if you've been watching my videos, the stranger the look, the better for my eye. I don't really like those cookie cutter type of cars, the ones that look quite like every other car in the road. Like you look at 10 vehicles that you can, oh, okay, this looks like that one, and that one looks like that one. But wait, that one looks like the other one that I just saw the other block. No, these are cars that you may distinguish for a very far distance. And some of you may not even be familiar with them. But let me give it a proper presentation. What I have for you right now is a 143 scale 1960 DKW Combi. Now, let me clear the air from the very beginning because I know already some of you may be jumping off your seats and be like, why is it called Combi? Well, that was a name given. Remember, this vehicle was sold. This is an Argentinian collection of vehicles, and this is the way they were called in Argentina. But in other parts of the world, the real name of these cars were DKW F89. They actually have a longer name, which is quite hard to pronounce, Shinlanster, but they will mostly remember more as the DKW F89L. Okay, now if you're familiar with this vehicle, it was built between 1949 to 1962. Okay, they were body styles. They had a panel van, a minibus, which is the one that we're looking at right now, and also as a pickup. They were actually considered a light commercial vehicle. Even though it looks quite big and bulky. I seen them a couple of times in when I was little. I seen them in person, and I gotta tell you, I that's why I said to you, you may look at the front end. The front end is really striking because you may say, if we complain about the Volkswagen minibus back in the days, this one it's quite strange looking too. But they're good looking. I don't know. They just so weird that they're good looking. These were only assembled in Germany. Only in Germany. Now let's talk about engines because even though it looks quite large, engines they were quite small. Now, these cars did not even reach a 1.0 engine, my friend. So, right there, I'm going to tell you that the engines are quite like almost K car type of engines. They had a zero point 0.7 two stroke, two stroke, two cylinder. There was a zero point 0.8 liter two stroke, two cylinder, and the big one, the one that will take you around in a speedboat type. It was a zero point 0.9 liter, two spoke, three cylinder. Now you know that everybody wanted that three-cylinder engine, I'm guessing, because these were quite. I think it was a little too big for what the size of that engine provided. But maybe it was okay. Maybe it didn't give you drag race type of speed, but at least it took you where you wanted to go. Okay, it says here, let's give a little information on this vehicle. It says here the DKW F89L was a van produced by DKW from 1949 to 1962, and it was the first vehicle to be manufactured by the new auto union conglomerate in Ingolstadt, as a German city, I guess, following the reestablishment of the business in West Germany. The model name Schinlanster translate from German to English as rapid transporter. Quite interesting. But I guess you couldn't call this car Schinlanster. I hate mispronouncing. Excuse to all my German friends. Schnelllanster. You couldn't call that. It's quite hard to find to say it. So I guess they just call it combi. All right, everyone. I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So, what do you guys think about this German van, or they call it minivan? But you think is a car that you would drive around every day? Why not? Right? Not there's not a problem with me driving this car. I like it because of the doors. Look at the doors, my friend. Look at the doors. It's a suicide type of doors. That's how classic these car were back in the days. Those type of doors were accepted in many places. Nowadays, you don't see them no more. But let me know in the comments below. Have you ever seen one of these vehicles? Have you ever drove one of them? Or maybe you see them in a museum, or you just remember a neighbor of yours had one, or your cousin from Berlin or any other part of the world. Who knows? You let me know in the comments below. I'm more than glad to read them all and interesting because I love reading people's stories and what they think about the vehicles that I'm showcasing. And don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate. Now, don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that you know what's going to do. We'll remind you when I'm posting more videos. All right. So take care of yourselves more than ever and goodbye.